The Australian Financial Review.
I changed everything, changed from a transactional business to a transformation. I found myself, I thought my life suddenly become like purposeful. Look at Black Diamonds today. What we have achieved is not just $400 million sales, it's about really building a strong brand.
Hi, I'm Sally Patton, editor of Boss from the Australian Financial Review, and welcome to 15 Minutes with the Boss, a podcast about success and failure and everything in between. And along the way, of course, we're hoping to get some really great advice from our leaders. My guest today is Monika Tu, the founder and director of upmarket real estate agency Black Diamonds Group. Hi, Monika, how are you?
I'm really good. Thank you for having me.
Now, Monika, as I said, you're the founder and director of Black Diamonds Group, which is an agency for high-end and luxury property sales, mainly for Chinese and international buyers. And you are commonly referred to as a celebrity real estate agent. Yeah. In 2024, Black Diamonds sold $400 million worth of properties to offshore buyers. And my fun fact is that the most expensive property you have ever sold was for $60 million. And one of your most recent listings is the landmark Sydney home of TV presenter Lisa Wilkinson and her husband, journalist and author Peter Fitzsimons, which comes with a price guide of a mere $23 million. You are also the ambassador of the Dare to Cure campaign, which runs research to develop better treatments for children with cancer and runs in October each year. So far, Dare to Cure has raised more than $8 million. Now, Monika, we haven't got long. I'm going to start the clock right now. And my first question is about your morning routine. What time do you get up? What happens? Do you drink coffee first thing?
Okay, I really believe in balance. I get up normally at 7 o'clock. I really want to make sure I have 7.5 hours or 8 hours of sleep. Mm-hmm. And double shot latte, I cannot live without it.
Okay.
So sometimes I have 2 or 3 a day, but in the morning, double shot latte is my goal.
And do you have that at home?
I have it at home first. If I have a breakfast, I love to have breakfast meetings. So I will have one of my favorite restaurants.
So do you have a breakfast meeting most mornings?
Most of mornings, yes.
Is that with potential buyers or sellers?
Either of them, or somebody who want to work in my committee for charities. But majorities, yes, are probably the buyers.
The buyers?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And do you measure your sleep?
I do. So, there's an amazing app. So I always have a look out. Did I have enough sleep? I think 7.5 to 8 hours.
Is your secret?
It's my secret. I love the power sleep too. 15 minutes or sometimes 20 minutes. Because I got so much going on, right? So from 7, I sometimes finish about 11. Last night, I finished about probably 10:30. But in between, I have 15 minutes power sleep.
Oh, that's good. So do you do that every day?
I tried, but it's hard. But most of the days, yes.
So, Monika, tell me about a pivotal moment in your career that changed the trajectory of what you were doing. Did you get a promotion? Did you decide to work on a new project or do something that changed the nature of what you were doing?
I think there's so many good moments, but the moments I think I can remember is when I was 45 years old and actually retired from my other business and had a 2 years break.
What was your other business?
The other business in IT, so with my ex-husband. It was super successful. I thought, I retired 45, spend time with my daughter, go for amazing morning teas and shoppings with other moms. But I feel like that's probably the moment I changed is because I met my new husband, right? And he realized that, you cannot stop at the age of 45. There's so much things that we haven't accomplished, right? And I started business Black Diamonds. I call that second spring, right? It's kind of like Chinese term, second spring. And I feel like I changed everything, changed from, in terms of business, from a transactional business to a transformation. I found myself, I thought my life suddenly become purposeful. look at Black Diamonds today, like what we have achieved is not just $400 million sales. It's about really building a strong brand and all the charities I'm involved in. So my life suddenly become purposeful. And that's the moment I still remember.
Interesting. And why did you choose at that point to go into property, given that you had been in IT?
I know. It's because my husband, the Jad, we didn't know what to do. I said, oh my God, let's start a business, right? He said, what about real estate? So yeah, whatever. You want to sell ice cream? I can make it like incredible. He chose the real estate. None of us never been in real estate. But look at now. I think it's a good choice. But if he chooses something else, I think I can make it happen as well because I have a purpose. As a migrant, come to this country. He's a migrant as well. And let's do something like a purpose with a mission. And I can do anything.
So he just said to you, literally, you can't stop at 45. You've got much more to offer. So have I. Let's start something. Could you ever have imagined what Black Diamonds would become now when you were 45 and setting it up?
No. My thing is like, I thought, okay, I'm a marketer. I think I'm a marketing genius, right? I thought, okay, if I start something, I don't want to be in competition with the corner store because in Double Bay, you literally have 2,000 real estate agencies. So I just want to stand out to be something different. Number one thing is, what is my purpose, right? And my purpose is about helping others. Helping all the migrants find a home, find a purpose in life. Come to Australia, it's not just buy real estate, luxury properties. Everybody can buy from everybody else. But if they do buy from me, what can I offer besides of a house? So it's about the concierge, finding the school for the children, finding the business for them, finding a purpose for the reason why they should be here. That's what giving back to community. So because of that, I think we really stand out for what we try to present. And it's been proving a success.
Wow. Okay. I love that. Okay, Monika, my next question is about advice. What's the best piece of career advice you've ever been given?
Yeah, I think it's probably my parents and my grandfather. And he was saying that you're born with nothing. You should go with nothing because I leave behind. So maybe leave a name, a legacy for my next generation, right? So I think it's probably my grandfather. So I come with nothing, really. I come to this country with nothing. I'm born with nothing. But hopefully I can go with a legacy.
So that's a really good piece of advice. You're born with nothing, you die with nothing. It's what you do in the meantime. It's all about the legacy that you can build.
Yeah.
Monika, stay right where you are. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to open the chatterbox. Welcome back to 15 Minutes with the Boss. I'm here with Monika Tu, the founder and director of Black Diamonds Group. Now, Monika, this next section is called the chatterbox. In front of you is a very glamorous brown shiny box with today about 20 random questions in it. I'm going to ask you to pick them out one by one, and we'll get going with some more Q&A. Tell me about a time when you failed at something. How did you recover and what did you learn?
Oh, this is a really good question. I never think I failed anything. Okay, because my idea is that if there's a task or challenge, as long as I did the best I can, I don't think it's a failure because I never look at the result. I only focus on have I done my best because, away in real estate, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. The lose is probably something for me to learn a bit more because after all, I'm only 15 years in the market. There's so much to learn from everybody else, but I always focus on the moment. Have I done my best?
So that's how you measure yourself on
Yes.
whether you've done your best or not.
Yes.
Can you think of a time when you did your best, but it didn't go your way, and what you perhaps learnt from that?
Definitely. So recently I lost a listing. So this is probably like 45 million was listing to one of the agent. He's been in the real estate for probably about 40 years. So I've been only 15 years. But my team, we did everything we could. I was desperate for the listing because we know it will sell. It's a deceased estate. And decision will be made by 3 of the trustees. So I made 2 of the trustees because they found me. They read my story. They love what I do. They're both based in Sydney. And we had a great meeting. They interviewed about 3 real estate agencies. He said, we think you are the one. And the other trustee thinks the other agent is the better because he's been in the market for 40 years. He never met me. He didn't want to meet me, but I lost to the other agent. There's nothing I can do. So move on.
Move on.
Yeah, move on.
Okay. All right. So failure depends on the way you define something going not your way. It's
Correct.
not a failure if you have done your best.
Correct.
Okay, I love that. Have another fish in the box. Have a real fish around like that. Oh, yes. It's not so scary. Thank you. If you could give a TED talk on something not related to business, what would it be on?
Probably my love story.
Tell me about your love story.
I married 3 times. I think every marriage I took it very seriously, but I'm third time lucky. I think the first time I was back in China, I was 24 years old. Probably I didn't really appreciate, much because I was doing really well in my career, young and beautiful, didn't know who I was. So my first husband actually was really good to me. So the second husband that I met in Australia, we started a business together and did really well. But I think our marriage is very much based on the business. And when the business was hitting to a certain level, we just kind of grown apart. And we still have an amazing relationship, like a friendship. Yeah, very friendly. And we still treat each other professionally, which is, I think, a huge success. My third partner, oh my God, he's the best. So third time lucky. And he's actually 20 years my junior, but he's my kind of mentor as soulmate. He taught me so much. He gave me so much confidence, learn how to love and how to respect each other and how to give as well. He's a true Christian. I learned so much from my husband. And I think that we've been together for 17 years. Yeah.
Wow.
My mom always told me, when you're together, probably there's some conflicts, confrontations. But when you leave, you should look at the best of other person. Doesn't matter if it's a marriage or friendship.
Okay, great. I love that. Okay, have another fish in the box.
Oh.
What's the hardest thing about leadership?
It's about people. Yeah, the people, especially in real estate. That's very difficult.
So what's difficult?
In real estate, it's just such a male-dominated, should I say that? People will hate me, but I don't care, right? So it's so much ego. And yeah, it's just hard, hard to lead people. I used to have 45 people in my business. Now I narrowed down to 15. I'm so much happier because, it's a family business, right? It's just hard to lead people in real estate, especially a female.
So how do you cope with being a female in a very male-dominated sector, which is not just property? There are lots of very heavily male-dominated sector. How do you manage to deal with that?
Sometimes it's not a very healthy competition. And for my fellow female real estate agent, just being yourself, we're more resilient. So we're more down to earth. I think females more nurturing. So, we can use our female power, which is a soft power, to win. Okay, you don't have to say male is not good. We just say, how can we stand out as a female, use our soft power, but nurturing, more caring, less ego, and working harder, and the multitask. All right, I think resilience is the key.
That's a great summary of your superpowers. In other words, all those soft powers that you have, like resilience.
Yeah, I think soft power is the most powerful things that we have. And you don't have to gain from somewhere, so you already got insight. Right?
Yeah, no, it's great. I love that. Okay, have another fish in the box. If you could relive one day in your career, which one would it be and why?
Maybe $60 million sales.
$60 million sales?
Yeah, that's really good. They just bought it settled November. We sold it in March, right? The 4 months of time. So 45 they bought, and I sold one for $60 million. Literally 2 days the deal. I said, oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I will repeat that again anytime.
And where was that property?
A Point Piper.
Point Piper in Sydney.
Yeah.
By the water.
By the water.
And it only took you 2 days to sell it?
Yeah, 2 days. Yeah, but we knew the buyer. And I did just recently another one, just one Sunday. Yeah, I wish I can do that every single day.
Okay. Have a forage. When you were at high school, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, this is a really interesting question. I never know. I never have a dream. Even you ask me now what I want to be, maybe I know, charity is one of the things, but What kind of career? I have no idea because I always live at the present.
You live so in the present that when you were at high school, you didn't think about what you wanted to be after school.
No idea.
And what was your first job after school?
I was an interpreter for a foreign affair in China. So I was a German interpreter. Can you believe it?
German?
Yes. I studied German.
German Mandarin?
German Mandarin, yeah. I worked as an interpreter for a few years and then I went to another city and don't know what to do, but I started doing some projects and come to Australia.
Wow, okay, I love that. On that note, our Chatterbox section is over. Thank you so much for answering all those questions. I've now got one final question, which we ask all our guests, and that is, if for some reason you weren't doing what you're currently doing, what else might you do? Would you start up another business?
I definitely will open another business. I thought I would be a professional shopper, but after all this year, I definitely will start another business.
And what do you think that might be?
I think e-commerce. I'm doing that anyway, so I think e-commerce because I'm really embracing all the technologies. Anything online, anything using my influence and not a personal service is all like a platform service. I think, that would be definitely doing that.
So what product or service do you think you might sell online?
I would be doing all the luxury offerings like private jet, super yacht, luxury real estate, fashions, jewelries, and tourism like experiences, and some of the incredible products.
And I have no doubt that you will do equally as well in your new business. And just like that, our time is up. Thank you so much for allowing us to spend 15 minutes with the boss. It's been an absolute delight.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you to everyone for listening. If you like the podcast and you want to hear more, consider sharing the podcast or writing a review as it helps us to reach more people. And follow us wherever you get your podcasts. At the Financial Review, we investigate the big stories about markets, business and power. For more, go to afr.com and you can subscribe to the Financial Review, the daily habit of successful people, at afr.com/subscribe. This podcast was hosted by me, Sally Patton, produced and edited by Iona Rennie. Head of audio is Alex Gow, and our executive producer is Fiona Buffini.
The Australian Financial Review.